Have you ever felt like you were living your life for other people? Doing things to please them or just trying to get their approval? Well, today we're going to talk about how to stop caring what people think. And we're going to do it the Stoic way. Welcome to the channel. Welcome to the channel, the place where future billionaires come to get inspired. If you're new here, make sure to subscribe so you don't miss our daily videos. What is going on, my friends? Today we're diving into a topic that's near and dear to my heart. Actually very near because it's in my chest. How to stop caring what people think. This is something that I have struggled with for many years. In fact, I would say that for the first 25 or 30 years of my life, I cared a lot about what people thought about me. And then about 10 years ago, I really started to change my mind about this. I started to realize that caring what people think was not only hurting me, but it was also keeping me from being able to be successful. And so today we're going to dive into this topic. We're going to look at some quotes and discuss some ideas. So let's get started. In the book Meditations, Marcus Aurelius wrote, "The secret to a good life is asking for less from people, expecting less from people." It's interesting because when we think about what people say or do, we often put them on a pedestal and we give them way too much power over our emotions. But the reality is that people are just flawed human beings just like us. They have their own problems and their own issues and their own insecurities. And so when we start to realize that people are not perfect, then we can start to realize that their opinions are not as important as we think they are. And by expecting less from people, we free ourselves from the burden of trying to meet their expectations. We can focus on our own path and not worry about what other people think. Epictetus, a former slave who became one of the most influential Stoics, had this to say about people. People are as happy as they choose to be. This quote really challenges us to take responsibility for our own happiness. It reminds us that we have the power to choose how we react to the things that happen to us and the people around us. The idea here is that we can't blame other people for our own unhappiness. Sure, other people might contribute to our unhappiness, but ultimately it's up to us to decide how we're going to respond. When we understand this, we realize that we have the power to control our own happiness, and we don't need to rely on other people to make us feel good about ourselves. Another quote from Epicurus says, "Don't talk too much about your plans. Do more and say less." I love this quote because it's a reminder that actions speak louder than words. It's easy to talk a big game and say that we're going to do all these things. But the real work happens when we actually take action. When we focus on doing more and saying less, we're able to stay focused on our goals and not get distracted by other people's opinions. This is especially important in today's world where everyone wants to share their opinions on everything. It's easy to get caught up in the noise and lose sight of what we're trying to accomplish. But when we remember this quote from Epicurus, we can stay focused on our actions and not worry about what other people think. Seneca said, "All fools have the same opinion about what is right and wrong. That's why they hate those who go against the current." This quote tells us that standing out from the crowd can be difficult because most people are comfortable following the norm. When we dare to be different and go against the status quo, we may face opposition from others who don't understand or agree with us. However, this is where true strength lies, in our ability to stand up for what we believe in despite the opinions of others. Remember that going against the current is hard, but that's where the real progress is made. It's easy to blend in and be like everyone else, but that doesn't lead to success. Instead, we must embrace our uniqueness and be willing to face the challenges that come with it. This is how we make real progress in life and achieve our goals. Marcus Aurelius said, "He who is not contented with what he has will not be contented even with what he will get." This is a powerful reminder that if we're not grateful for what we have now, we'll never be satisfied. It's easy to always want more and never be grateful for what we have. But this attitude only leads to more problems and dissatisfaction. Instead, we should focus on appreciating what we have and being grateful for it. When we do this, We open ourselves up to a world of possibilities, and we become more open to the abundance that life has to offer. Remember that satisfaction comes from within, and it's up to us to cultivate that feeling in ourselves. Epictetus once said, "When you want to improve, you have to put in the effort." This quote encourages us to work hard and never give up. When we set out to improve ourselves or achieve a goal, it's natural to experience setbacks and failures. However, it is important to remember that these are just temporary and that success is possible with hard work and dedication. Rather than giving up when things get tough, we should use these setbacks as opportunities to learn and grow. By putting in the effort and staying persistent, we can achieve our goals and live the life we want. Marcus Aurelius also said, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength." This quote reminds us that we can't control everything that happens to us, but we can control how we react to it. When we focus on the things we can control, such as our thoughts and actions, we find inner peace and strength. Instead of worrying about the things we can't control, we should focus on our own behavior and the example we're setting for ourselves. By doing this, we create a sense of calm in the midst of chaos, and we become more resilient in the face of adversity. Let me tell you a story about a man named Cristiano Ronaldo. One day a reporter asked him, "Who is your role model?" Cristiano Ronaldo replied, "I don't have a role model. I don't read what people write about me. I don't even read what they write about themselves. I block out all that noise. I do my own thing. I am me." He continued, "There are many great players, but I prefer to play my own game. Everyone has their own story and their own life. I play my own game, and I like to think that I am unique." This story teaches us an important lesson about focusing on our own path in life. Just like Cristiano Ronaldo, we should ignore the opinions of others and concentrate on becoming the best version of ourselves. Don't let other people's opinions define who you are. Stay true to yourself and keep working hard to achieve your goals. Remember that you are unique and there is no one else who can replace you in this world. If you got some value out of this video, please consider subscribing. We're trying to reach a milestone this year. Also check out this video next because I think you'll enjoy it as well. And remember, you are the sum of the thoughts you think.